Greetings everyone, and Great here. Another HBars 4 replay. Spawn bottom right side as the orange English, we have the Blackcat. Spawn top left side as the yellow Order of the Dragon, we have Corvinus1. Only a cat will attack a dragon. Okay, that was a horrendously bad joke. If you look at here, the English is deer deposits next to the trees here, so it'll probably be a good safe spot there to not be raided by horsemen. While the Order of the Dragons does spawn way up there. Wood deposit is a little bit conjoined, so there's quite a bit of wood up here as well as most of the gold. But down here, there's only one gold deposit for the Order of the Dragon, and the rest of the stone. Berries right there. So it looks like the English player will need to expand up here for gold and, of course, for wood. Well, the Order of the Dragon does have another gold deposit down here he can claim instead, along with a giant pile of stone. And now the Council Hall going on up. The Council Hall is a ×2 archer range. Over here, we've got the Menmark Palace, which does give him access to 3 unique technologies. The Golden Cuirassier to make his man-at-arms take less damage. They're below 30% health. Was it 30% health for 20% less damage? The Halberdiers, giving his lance connects a lead capability, which does not stack like poison arrows. And we got the what's it called? Siege bolts, which does give his crossbows plus 10 damage versus siege weapons, which I honestly find that upgrade pretty worthless in almost in every situation. Plus counteracted by a age 4 upgrade as well. There's very, very few siege weapons that where you can actually get makes you that damage benefit. If I had spot up early farm, probably would have been a bit better to deploy out, start with the deer first. Longbow now being deployed on the field. And we're probably still being deployed on out. Order Dragon does have access to Feudal Age man-at-arms. They're gilded Feudal Age man-at-arms. Now going for another townsend here. These Order of the Dragon villagers do have more health, as well as collect faster. It'll take longer to build. Archers gain some decent damage here, but he probably won't. This one could go down. 5 health and down. Does get one villager killed before falling back. Very nice. One longbone will go down. Overall, I'll say that'd be worth for the English player. A good number of longbone view. He spots this town center here, and now see there will be another outpost going up. Orange will spot the outpost. May have spotted it. It's at the edge of the vision range. Longbone definitely spotted it. His villager's a little bit idle. You may want to get an arrow slit on here just for increased range. I just realized this is natural gold spot. That's up the hill around the corner a little bit. Going out this outpost and towns over there will allow him a good hard there as well as getting some extra villagers. The English player may want to eye for siege engineers. He wants to be aggressive. Blacksmith going up, maybe going for siege engineers so he can be aggressive. In this age, while farms are dirt cheap, they do collect about the same rate as deer, since the English mills do have provided much better collection rates. Plus 20% in collection rate. Farms have a collection rate of 0.75, so increasing that by 20% roughly gives them what, 15 plus 0.515. Deer have 0.81 collection rate. So farms do get collected faster when you mill for the English at this age. The mill itself is a bit more expensive, while the farms are dirt cheap. Does have an arrow slit here, getting some good damage on these longmen that pass by. Picks off a couple deer there. The rest of the deer have been routed to his town center. Very nice. What was that sound? Was that the sound of him trying to play on palings there, or was that the sound of the battering ram? Because I didn't recognize that sound effect. I have a good feeling he's going to age up and go to Bolgrov Palace in order to get the cheaper and faster producing barracks units. Because right now he does need some man-at-arms in my opinion. Or horsemen. If Bodkin bolts would have been, in order to make that actually a bit more of a useful upgrade, it probably should have said, like, maybe rename it to siege crossbows to replace, make it so that the gilded crossbows do siege damage rather than range damage. I think that'll make it a little bit better. That'd actually be not half bad. Able to make your crossbows able to hit structures as well as infantry units at full damage. As long as they just make sure there's also another target priority so it can't target walls, I'll say, or stone walls. I'll say that's perfectly be a pretty good upgrade. Now we got two batteries from my forward. We got the Bolgraf pulse now going on up. Which will give him barracks that produce faster and cheaper, which he sort of needs that a bit of a time ago. Got a fortified outpost here. He does have extra emergency repairs, but there's 3 battering rams hitting this town center. It will take a beating. He's utilizing emergency repairs right now, I'd say. No emergency repairs. There we go. And right now the damage is out doing. Nope. Looks like it's getting repaired up faster. He is out of wood, however. There's Bolgraf Paulus. He needs to get out a man-at-arms as soon as he can, but doesn't have enough food for a man-at-arms. Let's fire a volley of torches there. Miss this battering ram. Town center does go down. Town center does get evacuated. Now we've got the man-at-arms research, upgrading man-at-arms, early man-at-arms to regular man-at-arms. And the English player has put some of his own early man-at-arms here. So these villagers start getting hit. Well, the man-at-arms have gone down. Batterers making clean up the rest of this infrastructure. And still, we got 2 man-at-arms now queued on up. It'll take a bit of time for it to actually pull them out. More English longbow being pushed on forward. Being doused in the berry bushes over there. Still has some deer. Okay, the deer are being cleaned up now. He's running low on food sources. The Odin man-at-arms do have 4 armor at the moment and 17 damage. The movement speed is still normal man-at-arms speed, but the attack speed is a little bit faster and hits a bit much more harder. Res repair onto the house, which will stall out his opponent for a bit of time. A little bit overkill to do that in the house, but he does need the population housing space right now, so losing the house is actually critical. If it goes down, he will be at pop cap, and he only has 2 man-at-arms in the field. He needs a 3rd, 4th, and 12th. House down. He does have enough wood for another house. They'll try and push way forward to torch down some of the stuff. Harris push way forward. Bolgraf Paulus has a good number of man-at-arms queued on up. Bolgraf Paulus can take a bit of a beating here. Those just backing off. He has his house built, but needs more wood being collected on up. Doesn't look like any wood's being collected up at the moment. Man-at-arms take an opportunity to engage these battering rams. Additionally, scouts do have almost established a siege. And needs to focus on this wounded battering ram. That wounded battering ram does get picked on up. Man-at-arms push way forward. That fresh one needs to get over here immediately. The gilded man-at-arms are very, very durable. Got Mercy Repair on the Bullgraph Colossus. Scout slowly shanking a battering ram. Now the long one just stutter stepping away. 7 damage. These guys do have 6 armor, so the longbow doing 1 damage each to them. So right now the Gilded Man at Arms will take out this longbow and get enough time. He has taken a scout. The Red Dragon has stabilized. Has 41 villagers at the moment. Takes that out. Does have textiles there, giving its villagers nearly 100 health. And now be trying to clean up the rest of this gold. English player does need to age up. He needs to get out crossbows versus those Gilded Man at Arms. His longbowmen can provide minimal fire support. Got the White Tower now going on up. On the back line over here, which will help keep his farm safe. Gilded Man at Arms for 4. There's only 5 of them, so just assume it's going to be 10. And I got a monster here. It's going to eye for some prelates to pick up some relics. And now with the man arms, they do find their barracks there. The torch damage is 24 versus the normal. Let's see, where's the opposing man at arms? Man at arms right now have a torch damage of 16. More man at arms being streamed on in for yellow. Orange is trying to repair this up, has a handful of crossbows now on the field. And Orange's army now pushing forward over here. He does have siege engineers, so we can some more banner rooms hit this area. Oh, and now we've got these villagers getting hit.
Nach deinem Wunsch. Tue ich das nun?
Those villagers is going to give these guys a bit of a run for their money. After all, they're trying to get the gold in the backs. Definitely they're trying to get their money. Because right now they're just going to be running to a corner of the map towards his opponent's base. Those villagers are basically good as dead. He has rebuilt a second town center, so he can recover losing a significant portion of his villagers. This villager does get stabbed. 5 villagers now remain. He was eyeing for a 3rd town center. He may not realize his opponent has gone for the White Tower as well. He may assume his opponent's gone for the King's Palace. Outposts tend to be built there, but does get spotted. But he makes escape out of there. There's a corner of the map in which having a villager back here could be very, very annoying to deal with. Maybe he can eye for a siege workshop or 2 and eye to infest his opponent's base with battering rams. Zadok Doggo will go down to the man-at-arms, Gilded Man-at-Arms. Got 7 crossbows here for 10. This force will be engaged, not properly being tasked there. His other forces aren't engaged. He does have his man-at-arms here, no armor to clad research. Relic has been picked on up right here. The prelate may just want to eye to go a bit more north rather than east. Gonna go west, away from these forces. We got this force here trying to hit the gold mine again. He may not be aware the relic is in the region, but he will find it. Aaron's falling on back there. One does have the golden Corsair now activated. Or golden Cuirass. Getting the words all mixed up. The Corsair is a French unit in Age of Empires 3. The Order Dragon player does have 3 town centers, so he may not be eyeing for Palace of Swabia in Age 3 or Age 4. And I don't know what the other landmark the order that Holy Empire get allows them to get buildings to have it take a bit more of a beating. I don't know if it's changed for Order of the Dragons. Handful of battle rams not being pulled in the field. The rest of the long-going can be brought over here to start help building them. And Orange is streaming some more forces. Do have an outpost here being upgraded with a fortified outpost. It has spring gold loaded up. Against his opponent's current composition, some gilded archers wouldn't be half bad, though they have a bit of trouble versus the man-at-arms. His opponent also has minimal spearmen as well, so some gilded horsemen or knights wouldn't be half bad either. Yellow's not playing all these gold and stone. And it's not pushing forward, and this will put a pop cap taking out business housing. Got the spring golds hitting the reinforcements, very nice. I love how it's sort of bending around the terrain. Now the spring golds can two-shot crossbows. They're doing exactly 40 damage each, which is what will two-shot him. More range armor, more range damage will counter out that effect. And he's actually losing a good number of these reinforcements to these spring golds. Yeah, the reinforcements being streamed at one time are being picked off. He has a good line of palisade walls there, picking up more berries, deer, and gold, and a bit of stone as well. More housing being pulled out over here. The battering rams are still alive, going for another 3, so we'll bring up this battering ram numbers up to 6. We also got a relic inside of this outpost, which will of course give him increased range and damage. Bring his damage up to 55, so we'll actually do some damage versus battering rams. 5 rather than 1. People need to go for more gilded man-at-arms. He's now going for some gilded land snacks. And that was up 7, 8 battering rams? 7. Man-at-arms need to start pushing way forward. Hold back these battering rams, because this is a massive number of battering rams. He's not going for halberdier research, going for more melee armor as well. Man-at-arms starting to engage, battering rams push way forward. In the various structures. More man-at-arms push way forward, as well as some lance connects. The Lance Connects needs to make sure they start hitting those forces. They do have AoE sweeping bleed. First repairs on the one side of the relic. But notice as well, I seem like I can get some flag spikes this game. Sorry about that. And it looks like the Lance Connects got some massive damage on these forces, and plus the Magna doing some good hits as well. Looks like Orange will be forcing back. Hardly getting damage to all the man-at-arms as well. Has a handful of them still alive. And now taking all the battering rams. Great engagement there. It looks like just everything just disintegrated. I think it was actually the Lance Connects getting some massive AoE bleed effects. His force is a bit wounded, so maybe bring a prelate to heal him up wouldn't be half bad. I realize as well, I don't have Rumble up, so I can't see the comments. Of course, there are none. Armored clad, not been reached by the English, giving his man-at-arms +2/+2 armor. Orange's blood mining camp next to the house and mining camp of his opponent, as well as now outposts here. Lands connects moving way down south. Oh yeah, there's also this still here. He has now going for another outpost. I still say going for a siege workshop can be very good. Something I like to do is play as Mongols. If I manage to, in big engagement, peel off a couple spearmen or man-at-arms and put them back to base, and that way, in the area where they don't have vision of, you can infest your opponent's base with battering rams. Oh, and there goes all these villagers to the lands connects. Yellow right now, it does have more villagers, and they also higher quality. A pair of mangonels not being put out by the Order of Dragon player. Man-at-arms outnumbered, falling back. The Lance Cadets pushing down over here, which could do some damage over here. There is the White Tower in this region. No upgrades onto it. And so there's a number of spring golds here as well. This one's not being upgraded with spring gold and fortified outposts. That was the previous one. Mangonels on the low ground could be very useful, since it'll be not very reachable. The number of English farms are here. Got a line of wooden walls going on up for orange. Yellow's gone for his own gate there. Yellow does have... These are upgraded with spring golds. Orange now pulled up battering ram. Luckily, there's a good number of man-at-arms with Lance connects to engage that battering ram. What's there? Oh, the Lance connects managed to get the way through and they're cleaving all these villagers. No textiles were researched. Oh boy. And so these guys will just basically two-shot the villagers along to bleed damage. So Orange has lost a good number of villagers right there as well. He's almost at half the villagers, not to mention their lower quality. Also Suave going on up. I don't think he needs Pal Suave. He could have gone for the other landmark. The keep. Because he has 3 town centers. He doesn't need the extra town center. Though it would be nice in case he's mass losing villagers. Lance Connect's now hitting a bunch of these villagers right now. Granted, going for the Pal Swabber does also reduce the cost of aging up. He does delete those walls there. English player has less than half villagers right now. It's not looking good for him. Orange does, however, have a much larger army in the field in numbers and in quality. And the number up here is equal to the total population of his forces. So this is 40 total population versus 82. So Orange has doubled the army while having half the villagers. Orange needs to get out 3-4 town centers right now in order to get back in the game of villager production at the moment. He's going to try to go attack. That may be the best thing he can do. At this point in time, going all in is probably the best thing he can do. Because he's not going to do much after losing all those villagers. Granted, he may not be aware of how bad of a state he's in. Elite Lance Snacks, Elite Man-at-Arms, various research being deployed on out. The English player is far from aging up.
It is Sether for Actus.
Elite Army Tactics. There's a bunch of knights sort of standing there.
Duty is none more dead.
A line of walls here deployed by orange. Well, I'm gonna push them past the sacred site there. And then capture the sacred site for a bit of extra gold income. Right now, orange does have 3 relics, yellow's only has 2. Both relics are right there. And the man-at-arms find the English villagers once again. Oh, there must be an infestation down south of barracks. Berkshire Castle not being pulled on field. Putting it on the low ground right here wouldn't be half bad, honestly. But it is being pulled out. Not sure the Berkshire Castle being pulled out now. I'm trying to look at the mini-map and see where the Berkshire Castle is being pulled out, and I don't see it. Oh, it's going to be way over here. And there is an infestation of barracks. It's going to be aggressive the Berkshire Castle. I probably would advise them to actually push forward and put the Berkshire Castle right there. Even though that could be circumnavigated. Number of knights in the backline over here. These villagers are good as dead. Apparently, a bunch of rocks is a good way to kill villagers. Man-at-arms trying to push their way forward over here. Berkshire Castle being built by 23 villagers. A single lance connects clean through this army. If the army attacks us a large amount of damage, he still doesn't have textiles. And that single lance connect did so much damage there. The English player not having textiles really starting to hurt him. And each player does back the game now. This is Adam Great saying, thank you for watching, and on to next replay.